Hey guys, welcome to Joshua Creative. I'm your host Joshua, and today we're going to be doing a part 2 of the book review of Fart Quest. So, I'm going to get started with the book today, so let me get the book set up.
But Master Redmane's enormous...
Oops, sorry. So we're gonna be finishing off the book with again 3 parts of the book today. We're going to be doing 3 parts of the book today like before. But this time I'm going to do something a bit different. And what I'm going to do is draw my thoughts and opinions about the book, and give you guys my thoughts on the last chapter of the book, the whole book so far. So we're going to get started with the book, so I'm going to let the book play, and we're going to get started. So,
hammer flies through the air. Clunk! The goblin hits the ground, pulling with him the chain. Bing bong! Bing bong! Son of a mud puppy! We just rang the doorbell!
So let me get this.
The 3 masters spread out as goblins stream from the cave like ants pouring from an anthill. Dozens of them. Maybe hundreds. Crud on a cracker, I mutter. That's not helpful, Fart, Pan scolds me. Articulate your observations. I observed that there are a ton more goblins than we thought, I say. I'm going to help them! Moxie lunges from her hiding spot, but Pan places a calming hand on her shoulder. No, she says. We were told to wait here. Moxie grips the handle of her sword anxiously, but she stays put. The fight is in full swing. Master Elmore and Master Redmane are doing some nice goblin zapping and hammer whacking, but Master Una is moving like a mini tornado. Goblins drop right and left before her lightning fast fists of fury. And then I spot her. Crud on a cracker, I mutter. Art, says Pan sternly. Articulate your observations. Sorry, I say, breathing deeply. I observe that the goblin in the black robe is a mage. Jiminy Pippity! Screeches the black-robed goblin. The air around her sparks with red electricity. Her wand starts to glow red. Cracks form along the length of it. Stupid goblin, I say. Something's gone wrong with her spell. She shakes the wand, smacks the wand, whacks the wand against a rock. And that's when... Kablamo! We hit the dirt as an explosion of magical energy fills the air. Slowly, one by one, Moxie, Pan, and I peek out. The goblins have been zapped into nothingness. Only their armor and weapons are left. Yes! Super heroic achievement. Survive a goblin attack. 100 experience points awarded. But that's not all. The cave entrance has been blown to bits. And Master Elmore, Master Redmane, and Master Una, they're gone. Vaporized. Obliterated. Disintegrated. Cruh. Pan stutters. Articulate your observations, I hear myself whisper. Crud on a cracker, says Pan. For once, I agree with the elf. Chapter 4. I still remember the first day of school. Headmistress Verbena gathered us all on the cliffs of Krakentop. Welcome to your first day at Krakentop Academy for Heroes, she said. You are here because you all have the potential to become great heroes. She said all the usual stuff. Obey your masters, play nice with other kids, blah, blah, blah. But then she explained wilderness training. At the end of 5 years of apprenticeship and study, you and your master will be grouped for hero wilderness training. For 1 year, your group will journey through the wilds of the 14 realms, righting wrongs, doing daring deeds, and vanquishing evil. only by completing this year in the wilds and surviving will you graduate from Kraken Top and become true heroes. And so, here we are, 3 months to our hero wilderness training. We haven't gotten to do much, but it's better than school. And now, our masters are dead. I can't believe
Isn't that
this.
funny? Your masters
We creep out of hiding.
raid you and they
There's
in front of you
charms
and
everywhere.
then you die.
Master
Due to a
Khan
goblin attack.
is gone, Penn says.
But it's kind of sad
Whispers
though
a chant to the elements.
when you think about it.
Moxie mutters a dwarvish prayer of mourning. Kriorks Khan Ploda. Tears stream from her eyes. I stare, stunned, at the dark crystal gleaming from the end of Master Elmore's staff. My master is gone. I feel an unexpected tear running down my cheek. All he ever did was call me names, smack me on the ear, and make me trim his toenails. But he was my teacher. Time passes.
You know, that's kind of
we
true in
stare.
real life.
Finally,
A guy may be a
I grit
big
my
jerk
teeth,
to you, but he was still
bend
your
down,
teacher.
and pick up my master's staff.
You know?
The crystal
Maybe he's
pulses
trying to help
rumble
you in a way.
response to my touch. Then it fades to darkness. I clear my throat. At least the goblins are dead too. What are we supposed to do now? Cries Moxie. Pan lets out a slow breath and shoulders her pack. She grips her bow staff. If we start now, we can still make some progress before nightfall. She starts walking. Where are we going? Asks Moxie. Back to Kraken Top, says Pan. You want to go back to school? I cry. Yikes! I feel a shiver go down my spine.
Uh-oh.
I didn't always study
I
magic
don't like
with Master
this.
Elmore. I used to be a farmer's kid. But let's be honest. I wasn't exactly built for farm work. My dad's farm workers used to call me Pork Chop instead of Bartok. I was very average at farming. And you know what average gets you in this world? Thrown away. Like garbage. I think my parents realized that if I were left to take over the farm, we'd probably all starve. So, my dad took me to the gates of Kraken Top Academy for Heroes and left me. Maybe they thought they were doing a good thing. After all, Kraken Top Academy is where nobodies go to become somebodies. Some students had prepared for entry into Kraken Top Academy since birth, like Pan. Most were orphans, like Moxie. Nobody else had been given away by their parents. Just me. Young fart, sort of chubby, gets out of breath easily. Clumsy, once burned the barn down by accident. Okay, it happened a couple times. Floppy bird arms are worthless at lifting heavy stuff. Would-be warriors like Moxie trained at the Kraken Top Battle School, one of the specialized schools within the academy. That wasn't for me. Apprentice monks like Pan studied meditation and martial arts at the Kraken Top Monastery. And no good either. I thought Kraken Top was going to throw me out like my parents did. But Master Elmore took a chance on me. I guess I shall take the round one, he said, pointing at me. Kraken Top. Some of the most famous heroes went here, including Zod the Almighty, Getrick the Grandiose, and Fafnir the Highly Flammable. I couldn't believe it. I was going to become a powerful and mysterious hero. No muscles required. So, I began my studies at the Kraken Top High Sanctum of Sorcery. Guess what I found out? Most mages are tall, skinny, and serious. And none of those stick insect apprentices thought a chubby, short, goofy kid had any business becoming a mage. The other students were no better. Monks always ate lunch together, looking down their noses at everyone else. Warriors and paladins were even worse. They'd trick you in the hall. Or they sat at the jock table and shot spit wads at the clerics and mages. Moxie was different. She at least nodded when we passed in the halls. Even so, I don't think Pan and Moxie ever said 3 words to me before we got grouped together for Hero Wilderness training. Turns out, you can be surrounded by kids your own age and still be totally alone. For 5 years, I trained with Master Elmore. I got mostly C+. Guess what a C+ is? You got it. Average. When we left Krakatop Academy for our year of Hero Wilderness training, I swore to never return. I decided that Bartok the Brilliant would become the most heroic, above-average mage who ever lived. And now Pan wants to go back? Forget it. Chapter 5. Go back to Krakatop? I exclaim. Pan sighs deeply. Isn't it obvious? We need new masters. We need to complete our training. The thought of stumbling back to Krakatop as a total loser hits me hard. A failure. The thought of those skinny apprentices laughing at my non-triumphant return? No way! A new thought hits me. What if we didn't go back to Krakatop? I suggest. What if we just did this hero thing on our own? That's ridiculous. Pan doesn't even stop walking. Okay, I say. I put on my most super serious voice. I just surmised that in your austere wisdom, you would discern the benefits of our current predicament. This stops her. Big words, business-like tone. Calling her wise and austere and stuff? I'm speaking her language. Benefits? She turns back. Explain, fart. I groan. Now that Master Elmore is gone, can we please call me Bartok instead of Fart? Moxie grimaces. Gee, Fart, I'm not sure I can get used to that. Pan raises an eyebrow. Benefits. Explain. Freedom! I cry, waving my arms in excitement. We can become the heroes we were always meant to be. No more grades, nobody holding us back. I turn to Moxie.
Oh, to the left.
Do you really want to limp back to school with our tails between our legs? Back to
Pretty
sitting
cool,
in
right?
class? Back to cafeteria food? Everyone will think we couldn't hack it in the wild. Pan clears her throat. But the rules. Forget the rules for a second, I cry. Look, we can always trudge back to school if it doesn't work out. But try and imagine it. Just us, kicking monster butt and taking monster names. Glory and honor. Real hero stuff. I don't know, Fart, Moxie says, twisting her cloak in her hands. You heard them. We're still nobodies. Who's going to hire us? We're not nobodies, I say firmly. We have all the makings of true heroes. What did our masters have that we don't have? Gold, says Moxie. Self-respect, says Pan. Facial hair, says Moxie. Approximately 4 million experience points, says Pan. No! I grab Master Elmore's robes from the ground and pull them on. I strap his spellbook over my shoulder. I lift his staff and strike an impressive wizardly pose. Presentation! Cool, says Moxie. You look just like Master Elmore. I bet everyone else will think so too.
Alright, we're gonna end the story right here. So, in this story, we had a lot of fun. I'm glad you guys enjoyed today's video. So, we're gonna end this video right here. And if you guys have any questions, please let me know.